Welcome back to Pool Opening 2023 Part 3, Installing the Pumps. This is the part I hate. This is never fun. It's a matter of muscling everything into position, and whoever built this plumbing did it all wrong. Kind of built the plumbing around the pump instead of building the pump around the plumbing, something like that. I don't know. But it's a mess. It's got to go in over here and sideways, and then you got to do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Before we get started with that, there are some pieces of duct tape to remove from all of the equipment. Like that one. Don't need that anymore. There's a piece already fallen off here. That's good. That probably was for something. I think it was for this. The O-ring is still installed, but curiously feels a little strange. I don't like that. Well, that'll probably leak. That's great. Over here is one that has an O-ring. This here has some duct tape. We got to peel that off. That has an O-ring which came with the tape. So we have to peel off the O-ring very carefully and reinstall it. Over to the tape. O-ring. Just sort of mushes back in there. That should be fine. Now one more over here. Don't need that anymore. Let's see here. A lot of tape on this one. Apparently this one was the most important to tape off. Much of the stickiness of this is useless. So I think that's good. Get rid of that. And other than that, I think we're pretty well ready to go. Everything else looks good. So now it's a matter of muscling this thing into position. I had replaced the capacitor on this. Both the run and the start capacitor. And we did test it. So I know the pump runs. That's the important part. So now it's a matter of, you can't go this way because it doesn't go. So you kind of have to like turn it sideways. So we gotta play with it here and turn it on its side. Okay. And then we can kind of get in here. Shove it way back, back there. And then it's supposed to rotate into position somehow. I don't know. Something. It's just done all wrong. There. Now it's mostly in the right position. So let me get a close up here and show you what I gotta, because we gotta connect things, is what I'm telling you. All right, let's get the wire out of the way. That just sort of unchooches right here. By the way, if you missed the part of looking at and then replacing the capacitors on this, it's There's going to be some links in the prescription that'll take you right to those videos. Show you how to replace your pool pump capacitors. We also did a video on fixing the cord on it. That was another fun one. We're not lined up here, so we gotta line up. Gotta go like a little, kind of like that. And then you can't see this because of the angle here, but this sits a little higher than the pump, so I gotta end up doing that. And then the back of the pump is a little out of chooch, so I got to move that over. And then that, of course, knocks the front out of alignment more to make it even more deliciously fun. And it kind of has to sit on this pipe like that. And now I got to do this up and see if I can get it to start. Which way do you go? I don't think you go that way. No, you go the other way like I had it. I think it's just not catching the thread. There it goes. Okay. Gotta work that up. Okay, before we get that worked up, we gotta work the front end, because that is now off. So we'll do that. Let's start that thread right. No, that's not right. That's right. You got a feel for these things. I still never did, but then we'll keep working this guy up. Turn that a little more. Work this some more. Getting closer. I'll just keep alternating between them. I think this one is almost home. So I think we'll take it home now. Okay. Okay, that is all I can turn that by hand. And I'm going to try my damnedest to not use the EBFPs on this, because that really is not what I want to do. You can break these things. Ask me how I know. Maybe better yet, don't. Anyway, we got to do this one up. So we'll do that. This one is a newer fitting, so it kind of, like, it works a lot better. Okay, that's it. We got it. Now we got to get the Polaris pump right next door in. All right, now we put in the pump for Robot. This one is a lot lighter and allegedly easier to handle. I'm making that part up. I'll come back down in here. Yeah, that's just slightly way off. There. Okay, we have our O-rings on everything. Oh, yeah, no, we do. We're good. Okay. So it's kind of more or less right. Okay, that one started. This one, there, just a little chooch in. And then of course nothing lines up, so we gotta make it line up. And then it doesn't want to thread properly. No cross thread, good. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Okay. All right. That's it. You shouldn't be able to break these fittings by hand. If they're way too sun-beaten, that's a different story. So that's why you want to really try to avoid putting tools on that if you can. Okay, so the pumps are connected. Take that. We'll open this up here. That's falling out. That's great. Okay. We'll get this plugged back in for the solar. Got it. And now this plug for the pump. Let's see if we can get it to plug in first. That plugs in and it's supposed to twist. Yeah, there he goes. That's in. Put that wire there to short out. So that's in. And now this guy, that opens up. We'll take this wire here. Plug that in. Give that one a twist. That's good. Alright, that's all closed up nice. Now we have a couple other things to plug in. The filter gets his gauge. That just screws in. Some people like to put Teflon on it. I've never had it leak on me. I'll just turn that until it's nice and straight. And it looks pretty good to me right there. And the bung in the bottom, we'll get that. It's got to have an O-ring on it, not be cracked, and those kind of things in case of, you know, want it to work. Go ahead and screw that in. Sometimes you'll see people take a screwdriver to the center of that and give it a little snug. Oftentimes you break them when you do that. You can do that if you want and break it. That's all up to you. Have to install the sight glass. That screws into the multi-port valve. It needs a gasket of some kind. If you don't have one, a regular hose washer will do just fine, like for the garden hose. This is glass. Don't drop it and don't over tighten it. Screw that in. Good. And now we have to put the lime in the coconut. I mean the plug in the chlorinator. Same thing, right? So this screws in over here. Got to sort of lift that. Once again, don't cross thread this. Try to thread it at all first. There you go. So now you're looking at this and you're saying, oh good, let me get a wrench on that. Don't put a wrench on it. Oh, let me get a big screwdriver. Don't put a screwdriver on it. Nope. Well, I used to have it here. I don't know where it went, but we'll use this instead because it'll work. Get yourself a dime or a penny. Oh, I have the penny in there. It's hiding. There it is. That's why I keep it right in here. Yeah, so there's a washer. You see that'll work. Or the penny. Or is that a dime? No, it's a penny. See? That fits. The penny fits really the best. Oh well. Here it is. And that's all the tight you need. As soon as you can't turn it anymore by hand, that is all the tight you need on that. It really does not have to be super tight. Make sure everything is nice and loose, because if it leaks, you can tighten it and say, wow, I fixed it. So don't over tighten this stuff, especially, you can tell this stuff has been sitting cooking in the sun for 20 something years, almost close to 25 years. Not quite yet, but a good 20 for sure. Yeah, so all the pumps are hooked up. Everything else is kind of in and ready to go. The next question is, will it work? Honestly, I don't know. We're going to find out in the very next video. So with that, I thank you very kindly for watching, and I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.